You're listening to Hotepish with your host, Dwan B. Intelligent ish talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
What up, y'all? We are here live. We are here. Thank y'all for joining us. Hotep-ish. Intelligent-ish talk. Intelligent shit talk. You know me, I'm more on that shit talk side of the game. We're going to talk some intelligent-ish and some intelligent shit today. We're going to talk some relationship keys. What's up, everybody? What's up, Dakari? What's up, Evan? What's up, Star? Appreciate y'all for joining the chat room live. Thank you. I know a lot of people are watching TBA right now. And, you know, I'm going to check his broadcast out as soon as I'm done with this. But I had to come to you today. We had to talk some relationships today. It's been some things I've been seeing around and hearing online. And I'm going to first start off by saying I am going to be talking about some things I heard from very popular YouTube relationship people. I'm here to tell you right now, this ain't the place for drama. If you're looking for it, I'm not speaking from a point of contention. I'm not speaking from a point of view of that person's wrong and I'm right. We have to remember in life, all things can be true at once. And depending on what you're looking for, different people offer different solutions depending on the level of where you are. I'm going to speak from my point of view today, from the point of view of someone who's been working and solving relationship issues for over 10 years between families, mother, son, daughter, father, between spouse, man, woman. No, I have not had any gay relationship counseling or coaching services yet, but that does not mean I'm not open to it. That just hasn't come on my desk at this point of view. So if you're LGBTQ, no diss to you, but we're speaking from the point of view of heterosexual relationships because that's where 100% of my training and experience has been in. We talking about how keys to happy relationships, happy marriages. Somebody said, just don't know Derek Jackson advice. Hell no, Taylor Drake. I ain't giving you that. That's a funny comment. Nah, I'm not. No, none of that Derek Jackson shit going on here. We not even close to that side of the game. That's that bullshit won't even be entertained. What's up, Ollie Hemmett? Yeah. We are here. We are here. So we talking about it, you know, from my point of view of a man that's married, happily married, never divorced. Grew up in a 2-parent household with 2 parents who are still married. Just had their anniversary a couple days ago. So when it comes to successful relationships, my point of view comes from someone who only understands successful relationships. If you're looking for, you know, how to recover from a divorce, that's not where my experience lies. What's up, Tasha Ray in the chat room? Melanated brown, okay. So yeah, we are here. We are here. What y'all talking about in the chat room? I'm gonna first start off by talking about what prompted this broadcast today was I was listening to Kevin Samuels, his most recent upload. And I'm here to say I don't have many issues with him. I see some issues, but I'm not here to talk about the issues. I'm here to talk about my perspective on a particular part of his show this past week. As you know, Kevin Samuels is a very popular YouTube personality. He's an image consultant. And I believe and I see he says a lot of things that both men and women need to hear. Start off by saying that. He says a lot of great things men and women need to hear. But at the same time, I see particular parts of not just his relationship show, but plenty of people online where they talk about relationships from a very technical point of view. It's almost as if they talk about relationships as if they don't even like, I don't want to say, like, I know these brothers like women, as if they don't really fuck with their woman like that. You know what I mean when I say fuck with your woman? I mean, like, y'all really get along, like, y'all cool. I see so many people in relationships, and my wife and I will be laughing. One time we were at Jazz at Drew, and we were we were in VIP, but in VIP they made you share a table with other people. So it was us and this other couple at the same table. And I kid you not, Jazz at Drew is like an all-day event. Sheila E. performed, Earth and Fire, Kamasi and the West Coast Get Down. Dope ass show. Went on for about 6 hours because it's an all-day event that goes into the night. In the 6 hours we were there, the people that we shared a table with, I don't think they said more than 3 words to one another in 6 hours. And I remember this because at the time, my wife and I had only been married for about a year and a half. We weren't married that long at that point. And these two were probably in their 50s. And we were looking at them like, damn, is that where marriage goes? How does it get to the point to where you can be with someone all day and not talk to them? Like, that's kind of weird to me. To be in a relationship with someone that you don't even like. So when I listen to people talk relationships, And the whole relationship is about how a person should look, how a person should dress, what a person should do. These task-oriented relationships. What time do you have for fun? Like, for real. What time do you have to grow and build if you don't even like the person you sleeping next to? You married. What's up, Emmanuel Heath? What's up, Evan? You married. It's something my dad, it's a saying my dad used to always say. My dad used to tell me as a young boy, Dwan, never fall in love with a bitch you can't stand. Pops, I love my dad. And mind you, my dad is somebody who don't even cuss like that. Pops is very chill, low key. He cussed a little bit, but not much. But he always told me that. Never fall in love with a bitch you can't stand. It's the only time I've ever heard my dad use the word bitch in my life was when he told me and quoted that very statement. And when he went ahead and expounded upon that, he said a lot of people, especially when you're looking at relationships from a superficial point of view, from she does these things for me, not who she is, from that point of view, from the point of view of we have a lot of good sex, but I don't really kick it with her like that. That's how you can fall into that trap. There's something about that person you do like, but it's a whole bunch you can't stand. So when I started listening, because I didn't even know, to tell you the honest to God truth, I did not know this whole relationship guru thing. I didn't know that was a thing until maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I didn't know nothing about the relationship books. I got into Tariq Nasheed. I still had never heard none of his Mac lessons. I got into him once Hidden Colors came out. And I would hear a lot of people talk about that, but I didn't know they were relationship gurus out there. I used to think, hell, I didn't understand how well my upbringing was. On one. Two, I just thought, hell, you get in a relationship, shit don't work out, you figure out what went wrong, and you change it up on the next one. I didn't know there was people out here being paid to actually tell people what to do. Till about 2 or 3 years ago. So lately I've been sort of watching these guys and listening, to what they say. And for the most part, they on it. They're on it. They're on it. I'm not here to take away from anybody. I'm not here to say anybody is mean, wrong, or hateful. I'm not here for none of that shit. I'm just here to sort of tweak a little bit from what I hear. So when I listen to these people talk about, okay, she has to, when I hear saying she has to look this and this way, he has to make that amount of money, she has to talk a certain way, he has to act a certain way. To that I say, yo, chill. There really is somebody for everybody. Yes, I heard of men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I was in high school when that came out, fool. I didn't read that. I was watching Laker games. That shit came on the TV one time. That shit was not a part of my household. I have a very low-key, cooperative household. I grew up with my parents. And then when I went out on my own, my house was very low-key and cooperative. So no, I didn't know people needed help in this shit. And then I started doing it at my last job, getting grossly underpaid because, again, I don't even know this shit's an industry. So I was doing it for my job, relationship counseling and relationship coaching for pennies for pennies on the dollar, because I was ignorant to the fact that I could have been doing that same thing out on my own for way much more money. You think I would have stayed at my last job as long as I did had I known I could have done this shit on my own? Hell no. Hell nah. But I'm here now. So I see people, talking about relationships, and I'm going to play a portion of the audio. It's about 2 or 3 minutes. I want you guys to listen up. I'm going to play a portion of the audio, and we're going to break it down from my point of view. This was Kevin Samuel's most recent broadcast, and he was talking about getting with a woman that basically talks too much. And in what he said, there was a lot of truth to it. There was a lot of meat in what he said. But then there was also a part to where it was like, okay, now if you go down that route, you may be with somebody, but I'm questioning how happy you will be. I'm questioning your quality of life. Because from my point of view, I think it's better to be single and happy with who you are and what you're doing and where you are in life than it is to be married to somebody you cannot stand. You dig? No disrespect. Hey, look, I'm going to talk shit. No disrespect in the chat room, but no, yes, I did hear about women from Mars. But again, like I said, that's back when Shaq was on the Lakers. I spent zero time looking at what the hell that was about. So let me go ahead and play this, and let me tell you, and tell me if you guys can hear it in the chat room. I have not set this up, so tell me if you guys can hear this.
Who you're around. And it's my suggestion that as a man, you rid your life of women with excessive excessive opinions. Now, that's not to say that somebody has a thought on the subject or even a point of view, but you know what I mean. That the women that everything that comes up, she's got an opinion on it. I got an opinion about it. Everything that comes up. Oh, we're going to have rain tomorrow. Got an opinion on it. The COVID vaccine, got an opinion on it. Legalizing prostitution in New York, got an opinion on it. You got an opinion on everything. Excessively opinionated women, it is time for modern men to stop entertaining these folks. Why? Leave them out there. Let them have their opinions. Excessively opinionated. But most men don't want to be around that. Men want peace and not chaos. Not, these excessively opinionated people who just like to argue for the sake of arguing. Shout out to Obsidian. He's like, I'm going to take stock into argument bars. Why? Because it seems like many modern women just like to argue, and that comes with that excessive opinionated.
Luther, are you angry with me?
Luther, are you angry with me? Ladies, are you angry with me? What, do you just want a woman to be stupid? No, just don't want to hear your mouth all the time. Sex, sandwich, silence is what most men want.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm going to stop right there, then I'm going to keep going. Brother Samuels, like I said, no disrespect to the brother. He gives a lot of dope advice. And he gave some good advice within that. It's true. Men don't want a woman that's going to be running her mouth all day long about everything. He's right. Brothers like peace. And if you're going to be talking all the time, that can get in the way of things. People don't want to hear yippity yap, yappity yip all goddamn day. A man, when he comes home, deals with that shit at work all day. He don't want to hear it. The brother's 100% on when it comes to that. Where it gets twisted is right here. I'm about to hit play. This is where it gets a little twisted. Then I'm going to give you some of my commentary.
When we want an opinion, we'll go ask our homeboys. We'll go ask our rat pack, our wolf pack. Oh, you sound like you're out of the night.
That part right there is where it got a little twisted for me. Let me play that part one more time.
With excessive opinions. Now, that's not to say that somebody has a thought angry with me. What, do you just want a woman to be stupid? No, just don't want to hear your mouth all the time. Sex, sandwich, silence is what most men want. When we want an opinion, we'll go ask our homeboys. We'll go ask our rat pack.
That part right there. That's where relationships right there. That's how you go from relationship to divorce. Fast. Right there. I'm going to first off start off by saying, look, when it comes to a woman, women are for fellas and vice versa for you ladies. I'm speaking from the married man's perspective. I can't speak for a woman, but I can speak about it from a man's point of view. Fellas, this is where it comes down to choosing the right woman. That's right. Hey, look, I clowned you for your first comment. That's a dope comment. You have to pick better. You have to pick better. Let me tell you something, fellas. This is some real grown man shit. You have to, women are very intelligent. They're very smart, very perspective. They see things from a point of view that we don't. They're different. You can't be so fast to dismiss a woman's opinion. Because truth is, half the time, what they say will sound fucking crazy to us. You know why? Because it's supposed to. That's what other halves do. The other half has things that you don't. So you first, as a man, it's very wise to choose wisely. If you're with a woman and you know that woman is dumb, why would you marry her? Why would you get with someone who, when you're dating them, when you're getting to know them, they don't have anything smart to say about nothing? and you still got on one knee and said, baby, baby, I want you to sleep next to me the rest of my life? Nigga, is you crazy? Are you crazy? Your wife, the woman you're with, she is your eyes and ears. She see things, feel things. She knows when people in your life ain't right. It's not just about business, it's about life. So the first step as a man is to make sure that you get with a woman that has some fucking sense. Where Kevin Samuels is right is when he says, women, you must take time to make yourself a wife, to put yourself into position to be marriage material. He's 100% right. Part of that is a woman getting in touch with herself, knowing her senses, when she senses things are right and when she senses things are wrong. Knowing that side of you, ladies, that's very important. One, it's going to keep you away from a bullshit ass nigga, because you'll be able to sense his bullshit every time he opens his mouth. Two, once you are chosen to be married by a wise man, you'll be able to then use that intuition to help him out. Be his radar, be his sonar, be his lie detector test. That's a fruitful relationship right there. You don't, as a man, look, I got a lot of male friends. I always have. But once you're married, it changes. That's your new kingdom. That's your priority. That's where things are created and made. If you can't trust the person that's next to you every night, why would you want to be there a minute longer than you're there right now? That got to be mighty stressful to have to shut your eyes with someone you in your heart don't think has your back or can't have your back. You don't go run into, as a married man, to all your friends. Now, let me tell you something. There's a time and place for everything. If there's a particular business venture I have with friends, and that's what the subject is, of course I'm going to call them first, because that's the dynamic of our relationships. But when it comes to your life decisions, you don't want to go to your homeboys. Niggas don't know shit. What do we talk about as men when the women aren't around? We talk about women, sports, and bullshit. Niggas don't be talking about shit. Let's just tell the truth. Now, you got a couple homeboys that you may exchange some information with. You know what I mean? You got a certain circle that you may exchange deeper information with. But for the most part, when niggas run their mouth, they ain't talking about shit. Furthermore, as a man, you kind of already know what other men are thinking. If you're in touch with yourself and you go to another man about something, you most likely know for the most part what that brother's gonna say. When you're able to go to a woman about it, she's gonna see it from some shit that's gonna make you be like, what the fuck are you looking at? And ladies, that's where fellas get a little twisted sometimes, man, because y'all be saying some off the wall shit. We be like, what the fuck is that? What the, huh? But if you trust her, which, like I said, you married her, so you should. After that initial shock of the bullshit she just said, you sit back and my wife just looked at me like, what? Yes, after the initial shock of the bullshit you just heard, you sit back and you listen to it a second time and be like, huh. But she might be right, though. That shit might actually work. Why do you get that result most of the time? Because one, you've done the groundwork and you've chosen a wise woman. Two, that wise woman is going to introduce a perspective that you could not have thought on your own. And ladies, this is not about no goddamn Derrick Jackson shit. They saying women are better and men are just buffoons. No. Men ain't better than women. Women ain't better than men. Yin yang. Duality. Two pieces making a whole. That's what we're talking about here. Respecting yourself and respecting the person you're in a relationship with enough to give thought to what they're saying. It doesn't mean she's always going to be, you're going to do what she says or follow through on her opinion or her point of view. But it's still something to consider. Been plenty of times my wife has said things that were some good things, but at the end of the day, I still stood on what I figured in the beginning. And oftentimes that's worked out. Sometimes it hasn't. There have been times I took her advice. Most of the times it works out. Sometimes it hasn't. That's where forgiveness comes in a relationship. Always know that you have the best intentions by you and the person you're with has the best intentions by you. There are two ways to influence a relationship: fear and love. And that's any relationship. That's a friendship. That's a working relationship. That's a parent-child dynamic. That's a spousal dynamic. Fear and love are the only two motivational techniques that exist on this planet. Most people choose fear. Because they were either afraid of or don't know how to use love. And that's unfortunate. Cool thing about it is, in my relationship counseling services, I teach how to use love as a motivating tactic. Because when you use fear, you're going to get temporary results. And oftentimes when you use fear, the other person's going to do what the hell they want to do anyway. They're just going to do a better job at hiding that from you. What do I mean when I say using love and using fear? When you use fear to control your relationship, that's the calling every 2 minutes to see where the person's at. Going through their phone. Telling them how to live their life. Bossing them around. People will listen. for a little while. But more often than not, the person that's being controlled is going to break bad within that relationship and do something to really hurt your ass. For real, for real. Because human beings are not pets. Pets are meant to be controlled. Humans are to be flowered and nurtured. How do you use love, Dwan? How do you do that? Using love as a motivational technique is being someone who lives what you want from the other person first. Yes. Love requires you to step out first and be it and show it. Therefore, you attract it. Well, what if I get my heart broken? What if? We don't know. There's no way to control whether or not your heart will be broken. I could tell you this for sure. If you're always in somebody's shit, if you're being negative and controlling and overbearing and overpowering, it's almost guaranteed your heart's going to get broken. To have a successful relationship, a fun relationship, a loving relationship, you have to be the love that you seek first. Let me say that one more time. You have to be the love that you seek first. You can't sit distrusting and be distrustful and expect someone to trust you. You can't be looking for the password in someone's phone and expect them to leave yours alone. You can't be setting up fake social media profiles, DMing your spouse or your girlfriend to see what she say and expect her not to be in some other nigga's DM because you tired of your bitch ass doing that shit. Successful relationships are a mirror, and they require you to come clean if you want your relationship to be clean. And through your leadership, because that's what true leadership is. True leadership is running your ass through that wall first and clearing the path. That's leadership. People think leadership is, oh, I took you to the movies. Oh, I bought you a new bag. I don't get these. This is where I'm different than a lot of these cats that talk relationships. I can't tell you the difference between a goddamn Birkin bag and a Target bag. I can't. I can't tell you the difference between what's that red bottom shoe? Louis Vuitton? What's that nigga name? That red bottom shoe? I can't tell the difference between that and if a woman got her shoe at DSW. I'm not into women's fashion and design and all that shit. I don't get into women's worlds that way. Here's some money, you go buy it. I ain't about to get into all that shit. I'm not a metrosexual. I am a retrosexual. A retro nigga. I do man shit. You got these men going around all up in women shit, telling them what color fingernail to put on and what color lipstick and what kind of wig to put on their head. Nigga, sit your ass down. Go handle some man shit. My point of view is if a woman got to do 50,000, 11 things for you to be with her, do you really like women? To me, man, shit, even back when I was single, man, women are beautiful. Some women are beautiful at 140 pounds. Other women are beautiful at 200 pounds. Some women carry the goddamn weight well, and I'd never want to see them skinny. There are other women who are really skinny who better not gain some weight. You only 160 pounds and you already got 3 chins. It depends on your body frame. The thing is to take care of yourself. Be the best person you can be. And if you see a woman and you like her style, then dig it. Cool. But don't get with a woman and say she needs to look like the woman that broke your heart 10 years ago. That's what a lot of niggas do. They try to make the woman that they with the prototype of that girl they fantasized about when they was 12. If you don't grow your grown borderline gay ass up, nigga, I ain't here to judge all women. But I am here to say, women, at the same time, you do have to do what it takes to make yourselves eligible for a man. Ladies. So what does that look like? Ladies, how do you make yourselves eligible for a man? Know yourself and grow yourself. I talk about this in my self-motivation guidebook. How the best person that's for somebody else is someone that's completely in touch and in tune with themselves. If you're still heartbroken and you don't trust men over what your father did or uncle, because unfortunately, we've had a lot of parents not be in the house with their children. And one thing that I've seen over my years of relationship coaching is women tend to look for men like their fathers and men look for women like their mothers in some sort of way. And oftentimes you'll get women who had a father that was absent, that wasn't present. So she ends up looking for men, and she's attracted to men who are often absent and not present. If every man that you're attracted to is in a relationship with someone else, if every man you're attracted to is not available, check the relationship with your father and seek counseling. We've gone through so much in Black society. All of us need goddamn counseling, men and women. Because you have to break through those issues that are stopping you from, 1, being your full self, 2, experiencing the full self of your spouse. seek counseling. Number 1. Number 2, and this isn't just for the ladies, it's for the men and the women. Cultivate your gifts. For the ladies, not only your professional gifts, because society's been telling you, go ahead and get a PhD and everything will be fine. They didn't tell you that men don't give a damn about your job and your income. Learn how to cook. Learn how to make a home. I always talk about this. You give a 3-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl a set of blocks, color, all the different colors of the rainbow. You give that boy those blocks, he's going to stack them up and knock them down. Stack, 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 knock down. You give a girl those same blocks, she's going to organize those blocks, whether by color, by size, or whatever. What does that tell you? Men build, women organize. Of course, the builder takes the lead, because if there's nothing built, there's nothing for her to organize. Let's just take this shit back to nature. They make relationships way too complicated. What's the man's role? What's she doing? What he doing? What about this? What about that? Chill. That's what leadership means. Leadership means, nigga, you build it. Get tired of dudes coming around talking about, man, all she want, man, she just looking at me for what I got. So, if she's going to be in her true role as someone who organizes, puts things together, she needs to be with somebody who's going to build some shit for her to organize and put together. It's not an ego thing. Leave the ego out of it. It's functional. This is how things function. Men, if you want to attract the type woman you want, be a builder. Be someone who builds things, creates things. Whether that be you're in the career path of your choice that fulfills you, makes you happy, that provides you enough income for her to then come in and organize shit, or you're starting a business or running a business, that comes down to you cultivating your gifts. You can't be the dude sitting around talking about, one day I'm gonna do this. 5 years later, you're still talking about one day. 3 years after that, you're still talking about one day. Get your one day ass out of here, nigga, and do something. If you want to keep her happy, you want to keep her satisfied, it's not that she needs for you to already have built a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Hell, she just needs to see you wake up every day and work at it. Nothing is free in relationships. People are not going to just be with you because you're just the greatest person to ever walk the face of the planet, and you smell good and you wear the right cologne and you got the freshest Jordans or the cleanest suits. That's that superficial shit that leads to divorce. If you're thinking on that level. You got to work on yourself. And as you work on yourself, you have to work on your goals, work on your plans, be the best person you can be. And leave people out your relationship. That includes your mama. When Brother Samuel said, call your friends, I'm like, what the fuck you calling them for? The fuck is these niggas gonna tell you? You better get with a woman that got some sense. And have fun with her. Here's a major problem people have in relationships. They get with the person that is technically fills in all the boxes while ignoring their friend. There was a part in that video where Kevin said, you know, he quoted Steve Harvey of all people. Oh God, I don't get that. I don't get quoting Steve Harvey for shit. But if you watch that same video, he talks about how Steve Harvey said men and women can't be friends. That's bullshit right there. If you can't be friends with a woman, what the fuck is wrong with you? Women are so goddamn dope to be friends with? Fuck you mean men and women can't be friends? Well, I guess if you've been divorced as many times as Steve Harvey, I guess that might be true in his case. I'm speaking to the people who don't want to deal with all that. Going through divorces every 5-10 years. If you don't want to deal with that, yes, you can be friends with your spouse. Yes, you can. I look at my parents. My parents are best friends. My dad got some questions. He don't go calling his friends. He talks to my mom. Shouts out to my parents. They just got back from Vegas yesterday. Now that they retired, I need appointments to see my parents because when I just stop by, the house empty. Where y'all at? Oh, we down at the casino. Shit. My mom just bought a new car so she can get her ass down to them casinos anytime she want. The fuck you mean you can't be friends with your spouse? My sister and her husband, friends. Every time I see them, they giggling and laughing at some shit. Friends. My wife and I, we definitely friends. Shit, you see my Instagram, when I be posting pictures out in nature, when I'm out and about, I can guarantee you 99% of the time, my wife is either to my left or to my right. No, she's not in the picture because there's a lot of people like, why don't you take pictures with? My wife don't want to be in the spotlight. That's my job. I'm the nigga in the spotlight, not her. But she's always there. People, that'd be another thing, man. Keep your relationships off Facebook and off social media. Get that shit out of here. Keep your relationships off social media. People be taking pictures. Ooh, me and Bay at the beach. Me and Bay at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You over here taking pictures of her cutting her steak. You nigga, nobody want to see all that shit. You taking all these pictures of her, showing her in all these different lights. Meanwhile, you got your homeboys all up in her inbox. And vice versa, ladies. Cause women cold. Y'all French? Ooh, women are cutthroat with each other. Ooh. A lot of women, they see a wedding ring on a man's hand. She see that nigga as meat. Like, okay, I got to get that. He with somebody? Women y'all be putting on a full court press for a married nigga. But that's what happens when you live your shit out in public. Me and Bae doing this. Me and Bae are doing that. If y'all don't sit y'all asses down and get some substance, stop living your relationship for other people. Get other people out your relationships. Relationships are what you two decide to be. There's some people who have, what do you call that? Open relationships where they be swinging and shit. If both people are into it, then what the fuck can I say about that? It's better you two get in an open swinging relationship than for both of y'all to be swinging anyway, low key, leading to whatever it's going to lead to. Whatever rules you set up in your relationship, stick to them. Don't set no rules and do something different. My dad used to tell me this all the time. Well, after he told me don't ever fall in love with a bitch you can't stand. After he told me that, Pops told me you can't be all superficial. He said, of course you want to get with someone you're attracted to. But that can't be 100% of the relationship. Because if 100% of the relationship is on superficial stuff, what happens if she gets in a car accident? You gonna divorce her because she don't look the same? Now, with some people out there who may do that. But that ain't my style. Whoever I'm with, I'm with. Because if whoever you with, you gonna work it out. You gonna get through it. But if the relationship is stuck on how a person looks only, or how much they make only, you setting yourself up for some bullshit. That's just my advice. I'm about to do something that I have not done yet on this show. I'm about to take calls. I heard y'all request. Y'all said I should start taking calls. So that's what I'm going to do. If anyone wants to call, the number is here down low. I doubt anyone wants to call. Shit, this is my first time talking relationships. But if you do, this is the number. And we can talk. If you don't want to call in, type down in the comments. I haven't been reading the comments. But type down into the comments if you don't want to call in. Anything you may want to say or add to the conversation. Yeah, that's a good comment, right? If a woman does not like you for you, then kick her ass to the curb. The shit that be tripping me out be when these dudes come in leading with the money and then get mad and say, all she want me for is my money. Okay, I got a caller. Let's see who this is. What's up, caller? What's your name?
My name is Mike.
Can y'all hear Mike in the chat room? Let me know. What's up, Mike? What's going on?
Man, just tapping into your show. I'm a long-time listener. And I just wanted to tell you, man, you shoot a lot of game and a lot of great information that people need to hear, man. And, yeah, I really just want to call in to say what's up and, keep doing your thing. And it's a good look, bro.
I appreciate that, Mike, man. Keep listening, my brother.
Yeah, and look, okay, let's say I got one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Me and my wife, we're a newlywed couple. We've been married for a few years. And is there any advice that you would like to give us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, have fun. Always remember why you got together when times get tough. Understand that tough times are just there to make things better in the long run. Like I know every time, because one thing about a marriage, you will go through some rough patches. That's just guaranteed. But look at it the same way you look at an agitator in a washing machine. If you're washing out some things, when things have been settled and chilled for a while, what happens? Dust gets on it. It gets a little milk. It gets a little, stink, especially if you have the same clothes on all day. Don't come to a point to where you got to change. And in order to clean those clothes off, in order to clean those issues off, is going to require agitation. That agitator inside of a washing machine. But when you allow the agitation to run its course, and both people are 100% bought into the solution, once the agitation is done, it's going to clean out issues in the relationship, and the relationship is going to be stronger, it's going to smell better, and it's going to look good and be more fruitful moving forward. So always remember that when you're going through those rough patches, and especially early in a marriage, it's going to be a fuck ton of rough patches.
Yeah, right on, man. Hey, well, thank you for the game, man. I'm going to keep listening, man, and I'm going to keep supporting the show.
I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you for calling.
All right, my brother.
All right. That was Mike, my first caller ever on Hotepish. I will remember that. For a long time, I've been saying I'm not going to do the call-ins, but when I do my live Q&As, y'all been asking and telling me to do the call-ins on the live Q&As. So I listened to y'all. I listened to what y'all said, and here we go. Melanated Greatness asked me, how long have I been married? My wife and I just celebrated our 7-year marriage anniversary last month, but we were together for 9 years before that and friends for about 10 years before that. So yeah, y'all getting relationship advice from someone that's held the same woman interested. And she wanted to be around my ragged ass for about almost coming up on 30 years. Shit, so. You talking to somebody that knows how to keep somebody around. You dig? But yeah, I'm having this because, like, again, I'm not here to shit on other relationship quote unquote gurus or other relationship shows. If you're the type person that's caught on that superficial plane, and that's where your energy and that's where your vibration is, then I think those other shows have a great value. If image means everything to you, I encourage you to listen to people that talk about relationships in the context of image. That's not my point of view. My point of view comes from open communication and fun. I like having fun. I don't know about y'all, but laughing and fun are two of my favorite things to do on earth. Laugh and fun, have fun. That's what I do. The rest of that stuff is further down the line for me. Oh, and by the way, my website is finally live. It's finally up. I've been telling y'all I'm going to finally have my website up. Well, here it is. The only thing that's not up yet is my calendar. I'm going to have a calendar on here pretty soon so y'all can book me. In the meantime, if you want one-on-one relationship consulting, you can email me. I got a call. Let's see what this is. What's up, caller? You are here on Hotepish. What's your name?
This is Tasha.
Oh, what's up, Tasha?
Hi, I'm nervous. I thought I would call in. I'm like, he got his number up there. Let me just call in and say, hey, I'm loving your show. And as you know, we talk all the time. I have not been on a date in 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And part of it's because I was disabled for a while from the fall that I had and was walking with a cane and was second guessing it. So how is it? How do you date when you have a handicap? In my case, I'm recovering, or I'm recovered now. But, you know, do men like to date women who have a disability?
That's a good question. And to me, my answer is yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Men do. First of all, we coming out that coronavirus, so that was another thing that got in your way. Wasn't nowhere to go for a year.
Right.
You know, and I don't know about y'all across the country. Other parts of the country, they were open, but here in California, for a good 6 months, you couldn't even go on a dinner date unless you wanted to freeze your ankle off outside. But yeah,
so
no.
Now I could date again. Now I'm ready to date again. My only issue is I can't do the little girly cute stuff with the high heels because I can't do that anymore. But, you know, I still keep it cute. I still keep it sexy. You know, that's my thing. But I'm scared to date now. I don't know why fear is leading me. I'm afraid.
For that, I would say, I think part of the fear is, you know, what you've gone through. When you have something like an injury that takes you off. I know I've gone through a knee surgery before, and it first of all makes you question your body just on GP, general principle. Like, you don't trust your body anymore. You don't really trust yourself as much. You got to get back out there and do it. What I would say is, as far as addressing that fear, you know, I had Kendall on here, the hypnotherapist.
Mm-hmm.
That, I think therapy is a big part of it. You know, not just psychotherapy, but if you want to get right to it, hypnotherapy. That's something that works at getting to the root causes of why you have these fears. Second of all, one of your concerns was, you know, you can't get dutied up like you used to because of your injury. Well, you're going to have to dress comfortable for you because you know what your body's going through. And a real man, he ain't going to really be tripping, Tasha, quite honestly. If a guy's tripping over, okay, she can't wear heels after you've explained what you're going through, then you want to run far, far, far away from that person anyway. You know what I mean? That ain't going to be the one. I think even though it's a tragedy what happened, the silver lining is I see it pushing away off top people who ain't got the right intentions, people who are in it for these other superficial reasons and not for you. Because once you go out there and get back out there and you run across somebody who likes you, none of that other stuff matters. And you're going to see it in their behavior. If they're making your injury and things like that a deal, it's just them trying to find a way to weasel out without being straight up and honest about it. So I encourage you to look at it that way when you're out there. And two, as far as the trauma goes, you might just need to go ahead and get that counseling session in because especially after an injury, it's so easy to lose trust in your body and lose trust in yourself.
Yeah. And
So
you know,
don't
I
let
don't
that
like
win.
being vulnerable, so I'm.
Don't let that lack of trust win.
Well, I haven't even tried. You know, I was walking around with a cane, still cute, but had my little cane, and I was like, no, nobody's gonna try to talk to me. So maybe I made myself unapproachable.
Probably.
You know, I don't know. I do get approached, but I'm always like, no, he don't want to talk to me. No, you know, I can't walk down steps. You know, so I kind of would brush it off. Now I can walk up and down steps and all that stuff, so I'm good. Just can't put on the heels.
Yeah,
And
that's you getting in your own way.
yeah.
So it's not them,
Okay.
it's you. So you work on that. But again, when you go through stuff like that, it's very natural to get these type feelings. Work on it and get those feelings out your head, and that way you can get back to pushing forward.
All right.
All right, for sure. Thanks for calling in, Tasha.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. That was Tasha Ray. Beautiful soul, beautiful person. But I remember when I had my knee surgery, oh my God. I had 2 knee surgeries. But after that second knee surgery, I went through a period where I was like, man, my goddamn body don't work. God damn. Can't do shit. I'll be walking down the street and then be like, Y'all ever had that? Anyone who played sports before know that. You ever had any kind of sports injury? You be all walking and thinking everything is cool, and then that joint, that ankle or that knee that you hurt, it'll just give out on you out of nowhere, and you'd be walking and be like, That's kind of what you say. You be walking, do 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 do, and your leg kind of give out, and you almost fell, but you didn't. You be thinking, God damn, I'm a goober. But yeah, carry yourself with confidence. Carry yourself with confidence. This nigga Cold Crush said, I dated a girl with a peg leg once. So, y'all niggas ain't shit. Yeah. Yeah, Eastwood said, my ankle does that now if I try to start off running. Hell yeah. You be walking and they be like, oh. And then you be like, what the fuck can I do in a relationship? The last thing I want to do is be out with a chick, something happen, and I try to do some manly shit to help her out, and then I'll be like, oh. No man want to look like a hoe in front of a woman. So yeah, your confidence gets off on yourself. And then the more your confidence goes down, you start projecting that confidence onto other people. And you think that they see what you think. Truth is, that could be nothing, that could be furthest from the truth. They don't see it. They looking at you like, God damn, she got some pretty eyes. Or, damn, she got a big old booty. Or, damn, that's how men thinking. Men ain't, man, shit. A straightforward man, he thinking like, man, look at, they looking at something, thinking of things to do. They ain't thinking about your handicap. Like I said before, if a man has 57,011 things he needs from you, ladies, before he decides to date you, it's probably because he probably rather have a man. So that nigga just did you a favor. Keep pushing, because it's a whole lot of us real niggas out here that just be like, hey, we just want somebody that's down. and look good. But again, attraction is relative to the individual. There is no model of a woman. Just like there's no model of a man. I remember I used to think when I was younger, being a fat dude, that when you watch TV all day, be like, man, women want a man with a six-pack, and he got to look a certain way, and he got to dress a certain way and drive a certain car. Man, let me tell you something. Being fat ain't ever stopped me from getting a goddamn thing. And let me tell you something else. I once drove an old used GMC Jimmy that drank, that went 4 miles to the gallon. I had a 91 GMC Jimmy. I got the same women in that 91 GMC Jimmy that I drove in 2002. I got the same women in that car that I got in my brand new Audi A4 that I drove in 2004. A 2004 Audi A4 I drove in 2004. So whether we were talking about same when I had my Audi A6, so whether I had the car that I bought used for $3,000 or the car that I bought for $60,000, it was the same. Why was it the same? Because it's about me, God damn it, not what I got. Now, if you make it about what you got, then that's what it's gonna be. If you one of these dudes going around flashing cash, talking about, hey baby, I can take you here, I can take you there, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. Well, nigga, you better keep it up. Because that's the terms of the relationship. But guess who set those terms? You. If you make the relationship about you and who you are, and you make yourself the dopest person on earth, and you live that, you don't just talk about it, you be about it, you're going to attract somebody who digs that. Real talk. Kenneth Graham said, "Then people on my 600-pound life never be single." Hey, that's a good point though, Kenneth. Kenneth Graham, dope comment. Hey, Guru Cam said, "Hell, I be seeing short niggas and I'm talking 5'4", 5'5" with some of the baddest women." Damn right. It's all about how you carry it. Goldbrooks, don't be so down on yourself. Let's address this comment. He said, I think black dating in Southern California, especially LA, is impossible. That's not true. I get where you're coming from. First off, tell me if you're born and raised in LA or if you moved here. That makes a difference on how I'm going to answer your question, Goldbrooks. Were you born in LA or did you move here? And if you moved here, when? Because I'm born and raised here in LA. Let me tell you something. LA women are the most down-to-earth, down women that I know. Yep. I know y'all ain't heard this before from other people. Are you born here? LA women are very down. But with LA women, you have to be 100. LA women see bullshit all day. People move from all around the world to LA to front and put on a show. LA is a place where anybody can move to and be anything that they want to be. The LA women I know, they've seen that, and they've been seeing that shit since they were 12. You can't impress them with that. You gotta be it. You have to find your gifts. You have to cultivate yourself fully. And then as you cultivate yourself, have confidence in who you are. Don't think about what you think they want. I used to get caught up in that too. That's not what it's about. It's all about you. You got to tighten your game. And as you tighten your game and come to these LA women on a 100, 1,000 level, she's going to be there. Oh, you're a woman. My bad. I saw Gold Brooks. It'd be mostly niggas with putting gold, putting shit in their name that they ain't got. My bad. Gold Brooks, that sounds more like a woman. That's totally my bad. Okay, let me approach it from a woman. As a woman, now the issue that LA women had dealt with when it comes to LA men is, and I've heard this from a lot of LA women, LA men aren't aggressive. That's something I hear a lot. LA men aren't the most assertive when it comes to women. And I've seen this by myself. I'll be out somewhere and it'll be 3 or 4 pretty women sitting somewhere and 5 or 6 dudes on the other side of the bar not mingling with them women whatsoever. So that's a problem that you're dealing with as an LA woman. My advice to that would be stay out there, stay open, stay approachable, and get involved with different activities. The type guys that generally do approach women out here, I see it like, when there's a mutual activity, a mutual task, a mutual interest. It's a lot of things out here in LA that people do. The jazz festival scene. That's a place that you do see men and women mingling. The jazz festival scene out here in LA. The arts scene out here in LA. The arts and entertainment scene. The poetry scene, Fly Poet, things like that. That's where the majority of the mingling for women out here is successful. But I do have to acknowledge that LA women do have to deal with the fact that most LA dudes are not aggressive, are not assertive at all. An LA nigga will look at a woman that he wants to be with. He'll have all of his shit together. He'll be down, she'll be down. And this nigga will just look at her all goddamn day and not say nothing. That's an issue that you as an LA woman have to deal with. And fellas, that's on us right there. If you're a man, this goes out to the men that are in LA. When you see an attractive woman, step up and say something to her. It's a lot of beautiful women out here in LA. You looking at her thinking that oh, she too pretty, or she too this, she gonna shoot me down. Hell, she gonna be happy that someone had the nuts to just say hi. That's game for you dudes that's either living in LA or plan on coming to LA. Be assertive. Guarantee you, you're gonna be the only nigga that says something the whole night. It's some people's advice to where they say the women should be assertive. If as a woman you feel you want to be assertive, then go, by all means, go ahead and do it. I'm not one to tell you what to do. I'm more so in the line of do what your instincts say is best to do. That goes back to knowing yourself and finding yourself, trusting yourself. Because the better you trust yourself, the more you'll be on it when in these matters. And fellas, say something to the ladies. God damn. Stop staring at them all goddamn day and not saying nothing. Stop being feminine. Women, these women. Yeah, Sean, I feel you, Sean. Look, when I was single, I wasn't the most assertive and wasn't the most aggressive. But if I looked at a woman long enough, I had to say something. I couldn't just be staring all goddamn night. But yeah, we kind of taught as men in LA. Part of the reason why men in LA aren't as assertive is because we're raised to think that women in LA or women in general, you got to have a mansion, a house in Ladera Heights. You got to drive a BMW 755i. You got to dress good. You got to be clean. Men are raised to believe you got to have all these things before you get the attention of a woman. And so what the men will do is they'll look themselves up and down and be like, man, look how she look. She probably can get anybody that does anything. And we looking at ourselves, and oftentimes as a man, you'll be in a good position, but you'll be comparing yourself to a man that's in a better position. And then you'll allow that to stop you from from saying something. You'll get in your own head. So remember that. Hey, Willie Beeman, that's a good point. This Me Too era got a lot of brothers nervous. I remember talking to my wife about that when this Me Too shit first started jumping off. I was like, ooh, what are the consequences? What are going to be the unintended consequences? What are going to be the unintended consequences? One of the unintended consequences is men, the majority of men, the ones who aren't on no creepy shit, which is 95% of men, are scared as hell. Cats don't know what to do. They don't know how to make a move. Because cats see people that had interactions 20 years ago, 30 years ago, come back up. It's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? So yeah, that's the environment that we're in right now. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about. How do y'all like the relationship show? Press 1 if you like, because I'm gonna start doing this more. I've told you guys I'm gonna start doing this more, but I think I'm gonna start doing relationship Sundays or something like that, where I choose Sunday or a day of the week that we just come together and we talk about relationships. We talk about fruitful relationships, how to get in a relationship, and once you're in a relationship, how to thrive in that relationship. Because again, you don't want to be with somebody just to say you with somebody. You want to have fun. And check my website, Breakthrough Advocacy Services is finally up. Y'all see my big ass head? That's my wife on the side right there. But again, she don't like being all in pictures. But you see my smile. That's how I'll be smiling when I'm with my wife. That's my wife. My wife is my nigga for real. I love her. That's why I got that big ass smile on my face. I got my wife in my arms. But yeah, y'all go to the website, breakthroughas.org. Y'all see I'm going to be doing group and also individual. And as you know, look, I'm not just some nigga running my mouth. Look down here. I am part of the International Professional Relationship Coaches Union. That's a worldwide union. You can look me up. I'm in that. I'm a certified relationship coach on top of being married, raised in a house with a married mother and father. Wife's parents are still married. Marriage is all around me, so I know how to do this thing. And my bachelor's degree from California State University, Northridge in communication studies. So I'm coming to you from the point of view, not only am I certified by white universities, as a lot of people be scared. They be like, who are you? Okay, I got your documentation you need from the white university. There you go. But more than just what I know academically, I'm coming to you really as a person who lives it. I'm coming to you as a person who lives it. As I look around in the relationship, the whole relationship counseling thing, coach, the YouTube personality, that's just oversaturated. That's why that's what really took me so long to even really talk about relationships. I don't want to be grouped in the relationship, red pill, green pill, blue pill, or the fuck pill, manosphere, whatever. I don't want to be grouped in that. The majority of that is single people trying to tell you how to get with somebody. I ain't got time for that. I'm only here for people as a tool, as help, as guidance, as someone who lives it. I live it. And as I live it, I communicate it. That's what I'm here for. From the point of view of someone who lives it. What's up, King David in the chat room? What's up, Run It Up? So y'all saying y'all need it? Okay, cool. I'm going to keep this going then. Because at the end of the day, the black family, the family overall, is being separated because of governmental pressures in societies and media propaganda and all that stuff. And we'll get into it and talk about that kind of stuff. But we were at an 80% marriage rate only 60 years ago. That's not far back at all. We as a people, we've only been off our square for a half century. That's not long at all. We can fix this shit, and we can fix it now. And I want to give as much advice as I can from the point of view of someone who lives it. Run said, hey, single giving relationship advice. You right? Yeah, like when I listen, but I'm not here to, like I say, I'm not here to diss. I'm not here to down what other people do. But when I listen to some of this advice that they giving, I'm like, yeah, you might get married. You might find somebody. But are you going to be happy? Is the question. What is the quality of your life going to be? Remember this. The most important relationship in life is your relationship with yourself. And through getting a better relationship with yourself, you will attract other people getting a better relationship with themselves. And you can come together and use one another's momentum to be the best person you can be for yourself and each other. You feel me? Thank y'all for listening tonight. Remember, my company, breakthroughas.org. Bookmark the website now. Get on my mailing list. Go down to the bottom of the page, quick contact. Put in your name, email address, and phone number. Hit send. To be a part of my email list. And if you want further consulting, hit that same email up and let me know. We can work it out. It's about time someone come to the internet that's certified. It's about time somebody come to the internet that can show you what love is, not just talk to you about it. That's what I'm here for. Thank y'all again. Go to my website. Links in the description box below. And make sure that, comment after the video. If you have any future relationship shows you want me to talk about, send me an email. Or if you were listening, put it in the comments after the show. If for what you want next Sunday's show to be about. All right? My name is Dwan B. Remember this, there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up the game. My name is Dwan B. I'm out.